Today, we're rating the drivers for this F1 2023 season. I wanted to make this video earlier, but my voice decided to disappear and ruin the first race week for me. But here we are with a season prediction. We've seen race 1, so I have a little bit more information than pre-season prediction. But now we can make a bit of a better judgment. I feel very sorry for putting somebody last, but yeah, the car doesn't look so good and it's still your rookie season, so I think Oscar Piastri will finish last. I don't know, but the McLaren really seems to struggle, and also the pace, it's not there, the tire management, it's a bit of a struggle, so sorry for that. No hard feelings, but somebody has to be last. In P19 we have another rookie, and it's a Dutchie. You guys know who it is. It's Nyck de Vries. He is with AlphaTauri. Yuki looks pretty strong in the car, but I think Nick still has to figure out some things to find his pace, find his balance with the car, and hopefully he will go quicker. But for now, we have to put him in P19. I hope I get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. I hope he gets a lot of points and finish higher. But I think the first year is still some warm-up. Next up, we have Logan Sargeant in P18. He had a really good start of the season. I think he can even finish higher, but it's still his rookie season. I think he will get some points during this season. Alex also showed off that the Williams is in a pretty good shape, so maybe they can get even more points, and I'm very happy to see that. Also, the Duracell air intake just looks amazing, so I hope we see these cars flying this year. In P17 we have Nico Hulkenberg. Nico Hulkenberg, I'm happy that he's back. I'm happy for him. He looked very strong in quali, but in the race the Haas didn't look so strong. They lost a lot of positions, so it's not looking great, but they can still improve, so let's see where they will end up this year. Next up in P16 we have Zhou. I think he's a great driver, but sometimes he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then you get in crashes. The Alpha is looking strong. Bottas showed what you can do with it, so I hope Zhou also finds his pace and stays out of trouble and stuff, because he's a great driver, he has the pace, he has showed it, so now hopefully his season will get better and he will score some nice points with the Alpha that looks so incredibly mean. In P15 we have Kevin Magnussen, and I think with the struggles he had in quali, of course that will be better, but still the car is not great in the race, so they will struggle there. So even if you have a good quali like Hulkenberg, you will still struggle to keep that position and not get overtaken by a lot of cars in the field. Next up we have Yuki Tsunoda. With him it's a bit all or nothing. He takes a lot of risk and he is managing it better, so it's not as risky as it used to be last year. He still showed great pace with a car that is a little bit of a struggle, and that's why he is in P14. In P13 we have Alex Albon. He does things with the Williams car that are simply not possible. He puts him in the points when they don't even expect it. He's just magic with this car. The Williams is looking better than expected, so that's very good to see. And hopefully Alex can even score more points with it. Here we have Lando Norris in P12. He deserves more. He deserves a better car. But it is what it is, and we have to deal with it. My heart is broken. I built this Lego McLaren car for what? For being the last car on the grid. It's going to be a struggle to be a McLaren fan this year. I think we've seen that yeah, with testing and with the first race. So hopefully there will be better tire management this year and some good steps in the right direction. But I think this year is going to be a struggle, and that's going to be pretty frustrating. So I'm sorry for McLaren fans and for Lando fans. In P11 we have the one and only Pierre Gasly. Yes, I think Gasly made a great decision to move from AlphaTauri to Alpine. Great choice, and a French team, full French driver lineup. I think it's the dream for them. He had a poor qualifying but recovered great in the race, so if they can fix the qualifying, I think they will score a lot of points and can be in a great battle for P4, P5. In P10 we have a man with his mullet and his moustache. The one and only Valtteri Bottas. I think he's a legend. I think he's so relaxed and so good, and he just doesn't care about anyone else or what people think. He just rocks his mullet like a king, and he knows how to handle the car. The car is fast. He scored some points in the first race of the season. That's great. I think it's a great match. Also last year he was fighting with the Mercedes, and this year is also showing a great pace. So I'm happy for him and hopefully he will get some good results. In P9 we have Ocon. He always showed great pace, but the only thing is that he shouldn't get all the penalties in one race. I think he had a bit of a rough start, a very rough start. I think it will be better over the season, but for now we put him in P9. I think, as I said with Pierre, he will have a bit of a scrap with him. If they don't crash into each other and give each other enough space, I think they both can have a great season with Alpine. P8 is for Lance Stroll. I think the Aston Martin crew made a rocket ship and it's absolutely fast. Even in the first race, he had his wrists and his toe injured and he still showed the dedication and motivation to race. I think he must be in a lot of pain during the race, but he fought his way through it and came up with an amazing result. So I think we'll see more from him this season. In P7 we put... Who is it? Who is it? It's the one and only George Russell. Oh my god, Maxime, you put Alonso up higher. Yeah, we put Alonso up higher. I don't know how it will go during the season, but Aston Martin is very strong now. Mercedes will get good improvements and will catch up, but I don't know if it will be fast enough to beat Alonso. So I think George in P7 is pretty realistic, but let me know in the comments what you think. In P6, I have Fernando Alonso. I hope he will do better. I hope he will beat Mercedes, maybe even somebody in Ferrari. But for now, I put him in P6. A bit of a safe prediction. I hope that it will be spicy this year. I hope it gets absolutely wild and that I have none of my predictions right. But we'll see. This is a bit based off testing and the first race. So anything can happen. In P5, I have Sir Lewis Hamilton. I think he's still a great driver. He showed what he can do. He is not a world champion for no reason. But the car is not great. Maybe they will improve it this year. Maybe not enough. Maybe Alonso will finish ahead of him. But I think he wants to fight. He wants to improve. He will do everything. He will fight hard. Mercedes is consistent. So I think Hamilton will finish in front of Alonso. But I hope to be proven wrong, because it would be amazing to see Alonso further up the standings and blow everybody's mind. P4 is for Carlos Sainz. He's always a bit unlucky. Like, he always crashes in the wrong times or makes like silly little mistakes. Or Ferrari will do some weird strategies. Maybe not this year anymore, but we also saw the engine failure of Charles. That was pretty painful. All the heartbroken Ferrari fans. I feel for you. I feel for you. The pace is great. And if they find some improvements with tire wear, I think it will be great. And they will have a nice battle for the second place in the season. Charles Leclerc is in P3. I think he really wants to put up the fight for the championship, but the car is not ready yet. Red Bull is far ahead, so I think it will be difficult. I hope we get an interesting championship battle. And Ferrari needs to build a solid car. Consistency. In P2, it won't be a surprise, I have Sergio Perez. I think it's pretty clear what his job is. Second driver for Red Bull. He's too far off the pace for Max. Max is just driving away. He says it's from the beginning of the race, but I think Max is just faster. So it will be difficult to catch up with him and try to maybe even overtake him. So hopefully we'll see some battles in the team. But I think he also knows that he's the second driver and he needs to defend Max for another fight for the championship. And in P1, we have our world champion, Max Verstappen. I think he's a really mature driver now and he knows what he's doing. He's in control of the car. And I'm excited to see everything and hopefully we'll get another nice year. Hopefully a good championship battle. I want to see some spice. I don't want to see him drive away for seconds. That's a bit boring sometimes. I don't mind it, but I want to see some nice battles on track, some exciting racing and not just the car driving away so far ahead that it's too easy. That's my list. Let me know in the comments what your list is. And I'll see you guys the next time. Bye bye.